Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. We are back. Once again, this is Dr. Smoke, and we are here for another great session. So, there are 3 points that we want to leave all of our scholars and our parents with that may help you as you move forward within the second quarter. As you see, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am in the lunchroom. So if you are a 9th grader, I want you to see this is what the lunchroom looks like. I know many of you are missing having lunch. I know I definitely miss doing lunch duty just a little bit. So I thought it was important that this session was done within the lunchroom just so that you can see the different parts of Suitland High School. So the last time we had done a session within the gym, and today, as you see, and I know many of you are missing it, I know you're missing those great lunches that you used to get here at the Suitland High School. So there's 3 points we need to talk about that will definitely help you as you make your way throughout the second quarter. Point number 1, parents and scholars, I need you to listen up, especially 9th grade. Finding a crew. You can always know the direction of where somebody is going based on who their crew is, who the squad is, that group of friends or associates or people that you spend the most time with. So scholars, I have a question for you. Who is in your crew? I'm gonna give you wait time. You should be hanging around with people that are smarter than you, that are prettier than you, that are funnier than you, that are stronger than you, right? That think a little deeper than you do. You shouldn't hang around a bunch of yes men. All your friends should not say that everything you're doing is right. Somebody in your crew should be holding you accountable. Somebody should be saying, you should have turned in that assignment on time. Come on, man, you slipping. Or if you're in class, yo, why you not answering any questions? You scared? You should have somebody in your crew that challenges you. All of your friends should not be the same. So if you're coming from middle school, we welcome you, but it's time for you to spread your wings. It's time for you to get within that class and start asking questions. Let me give you an example. The next time you're in class, I want you to ask this question. Who within this class has earned a grade of an A or B? Just put it within the chat box. And based on whoever responds, you need to start asking questions like, what are you doing to earn the grade of an A? What are you doing to earn the letter grade of a B? And that way you can pick up on what they're doing, their habits. And they might tell you, I submit my work early. Or I break down whatever the question is, and I look for key terms to help me find the answer. See, but if you're just sitting in class virtually, and you're not saying anything, and you're not reaching out to anybody that's stronger than you are within that subject, that's probably why you're not doing well in it. So the first key point I want each scholar to take away from this session is make sure you have a very strong crew, group, friends, squad. Make sure the people around you are not all the same. You should have friends of different grade levels, right? You should have friends of different interests. Some may worship different gods, whatever. But there should be some variation in the people you hang out with. Don't hang out with the same type of people. That's gonna hurt you. That leads me to my second point. This one is for all of our teachers, all of our parents, and all of our scholars. If you make a mistake, it's okay, as long as you learn from the mistake and make sure that you're not defined by that mistake. Let's go a little deeper. If you, in the first quarter, have earned a letter grade of an E or a D, that does not define you, and that does not say all that you ever will be for the rest of your life. It's very important that despite the pitfalls or if something went wrong first quarter, this is the quarter that you bounce back. So let me break that down a little deeper for you. Hold on. Dr. Smoke is a little thirsty. So check this out. I attended Boys and Girls High School, which is in the Bed-Stuy section of Brooklyn. Shout outs to the high. Rest in peace, Mr. Mickens, as well as my favorite teacher, Mr. Pearson. I really wish he was alive to see what I'm doing with my life. So while I was attending Boys and Girls High School, like many of you, I did not want to listen at first. I didn't really do well with authority. I wasn't trying to hear what nobody was saying. I did everything that I wanted to do. And there was a time that I had $10 in my pocket. I was on a train station in Brooklyn with $10 in my pocket. And I decided to hop the train. So I jumped the turnstile, and I thought I can get on the train, everything was gonna be okay. All of a sudden, a police officer came in from nowhere, put his hand on my shoulder, dug in my pockets, and the guy was like, "What are you doing? You have money on you." They put handcuffs on me. They made me stand on the platform while they caught other people that was hopping the train. And keep in mind, I was only 15 years old. Just stop and think about that. 15 years old, raised in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, right? Didn't want to listen to nobody, thought I could do whatever I wanted, and that happened to me. Then they called my parents, my mom, and told her, "He's not coming home tonight." So when I got out the next morning, I made up in my mind I would never be in that situation again. No one will ever control my life like that ever again. But I'm glad that it happened, because from that mistake that I had made, it allowed me to see that my future was much brighter. I was Dr. Smoke even when that happened. I just had to learn from that situation and make sure it never happened again, and it did not. So scholars, just because the first quarter could have been rough, I know we're in a virtual world, that does not mean that you can't be successful. You are great and you will do well, but you got to push and do not be defined by what happened yesterday, okay? So that leads me to my third point. The real question is who are you? I'm gonna give you wait time. I want each of you to answer that question. Who are you? The key to success in life is first knowing who you are. You got to be proud of who you are, right? And you got to stand in it. So many of you scholars that are taking classes virtually, many of you are scared to raise your hand. You're scared to say what the answer is. You're scared to show the process. Because let me break something down about math. Math is not about right and wrong. Math is about the process of getting to the answer. So you have to have the confidence in being able to say, I know what the process is, or I'm willing to take the risk and answer the question. So Rams, I'm talking to my Ram family. If you come from a 2-parent household, I'm talking to you. You matter. You're important. If you come from a single family household, I'm talking to you. You matter. You are important. If you're someone that smells like weed, you matter. You are important. If English is a second language, you matter and you are important. We need you, scholars. Every last one of y'all are extremely important to the Suitland and to the Prince George's County community, to the state of Maryland, and to our nation. We need each of you to do well academically. But you got to take an inventory into those 3 points. Point number 1, who is in your crew? Let's stop and see, who am I hanging out with? And let's make sure that I'm hanging around with people that's going to strengthen me and make me a better student. Number 2, if you make a mistake, do not be defined by it. Dr. Smoke, your administrator at 15 years old, made a major mistake. But I'm glad that it happened, because it did not define me. Look at me now. And that leads me to my third point. Who are you? You are special. You are important, and you are very valuable to our community. Again, we want to wish everybody a great day. Hope you have a wonderful holiday. And this is Dr. Smoke signing off. Goodbye.